one of the baseball markets that you hone in on in particular is yes run first inning. And in the gambling Twitter space, maybe not to the non-novice bettor, but for the bettors that are just getting into baseball betting, you have a lot of Twitter accounts that pump out no-run first inning bets, otherwise known as nerfy. So for there literally to be no run scored combined with both teams in the first inning, that's what that means, and might be obvious, but just want to explain to the listener that doesn't know. So why is it disadvantageous for the bettor that doesn't know too much about that market? I know Mo wants to touch on how you come up with the most valuable bets for yourself, what goes into it for you numbers wise, but just in general, what makes that market so appealing, the nerfy side of it, and why is it so, again, anti-value, anti-plus EV when bettors are trying to get more skilled at this kind of thing?
Well, I mean, people are stupid, so it's the same reason why the field bet on the craps table is a popular bet, even though you win 16 ways and you lose 20. People just want to bet. They want to, that's why crack cocaine is so popular, is, people are impulsive and stupid. No runs in the first inning give you a great opportunity to be stupid and impulsive. And, you can see from the way they're advertised and marketed by both sports books and, the people who think they're, no run first inning handicappers and stuff. It's the blind leading the blind. It's some of the dumbest stuff I've ever seen. At this point, like, I'm kind of over trying to convince anybody not to do it. Like, same way I'm not going to tell you not to go smoke crack. Like, hey, if you want to go and waste your life and do drugs, do it. Like, it's your life. If you want to bet no score first innings, do it. Like, you're providing me with the opportunity to get a better number on the other side. So, I appreciate it. I just don't, like, at this point, I just don't have any incentive or interest in arguing with people over why they're wrong. You can either, in gambling and a lot of things in life, you can either listen to somebody who has more experience tell you that you're stupid and that you're wrong, and be inquisitive and try to figure out why, and take that as a cue to get better at what you're doing, or you can double down and double down on your stupidity, which seems to be the way people go with the no run first inning. So I just kind of let it happen at this point. I'm more content to bet my own stuff.
That's exactly why. That answer in particular is exactly why I wanted to have Jason on the podcast. But Mo, I'll hand you the next question here.
Yeah, so when you're looking for these bets, I guess somebody sent me a sheet years ago that's supposed to derive the nerfy and yerfy prices from the game total. Are you just using straight derivatives, or are you diving pretty deep into how the top of the lineups are going to match up against each pitcher?
I think one of the things with the nerfy people that kind of, I think, is the funniest, or tilts me the most. I don't exactly know how to put it in the right context, but one of the things with the nerfy people is they love to write write-ups and explanations, and got to write 1,000 words or 2,000 words and handicap the top of the lineup and tell me the numbers, and I'm already just I'm laughing because I almost can price these in my sleep. I could do this on the toilet almost. It's not rocket science. Derivative pricing in baseball is pretty straightforward. I think a lot of people just get caught up in narratives and decide that, oh, well, this pitcher's good, there's no way they'll give up a run before getting 3 outs. And like I said, I'm at the point where I'm not trying to correct people anymore. I have no interest, I have no incentive in explaining things to people in these markets. In fact, if you think no score first inning is the way to go, and I'm not saying you guys, but the viewers, I encourage you to keep betting no scores. Do what makes you happy. But know that you're wrong, and the other side is the one that makes money long term.
How did you decide that this derivative market was for you, I guess? Because obviously, like, most people are just going to start betting sides and totals. And then even when they are going past sides and totals, I think most people are more interested in player props than stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, it was a right market 10 years ago for making money. Still is for that matter, but 10 years ago you could make, far more money hourly doing that than you could outside of, most professions that you need graduate school or, serious education for. So the money was good. Like I said, it still is, but it used to be even better. But I got into it because I'd been doing a lot of football stuff before, and I'd been finding, this was 10 years ago on Twitter, but people were copying me a lot. I'm not gonna name any names, but like there were some pretty prominent people who were making a lot more money, who had bigger websites, who were just straight up copying my tweets word for word. And it, like, I wasn't even noticing. It was other people, other people in the industry would point out, hey, this guy is, stealing your stuff again. And I see how much money a lot of other people were making in sports and doing content. And I figured, if I switch to this market and differentiate myself, I'll know when all these people are copying me. And that's exactly what happened. And I've done that multiple times. I've switched, to a specific market, or start talking about something. And, like futures, for example, I'm not gonna lay the claim that I, was the first one to talk about futures, but me and Gil on Gil's show, A Numbers Game, spend a lot of time breaking down futures, and all of a sudden every other show is doing the same stuff we are. So a lot of it is just to sort of differentiate yourself out there, see who's copying you. It's pretty easy to start talking about a new market and seeing who else starts talking about it. And to this day, there's still some pretty big people out there who think they can just kind of steal content and that it's not noticeable. But it still happens. I don't really worry about it. I worry mostly about the betting.